pace with control of this race. Here comes a run from Davey Hazard. He blocks the 10. Not going to be enough. Ryan Pace is going to win at Talladega.
Curry trying to hold off Wilson. He's done a good job so far. Wilson, one last desperate attempt to the bottom. He won't get there. Nick Curry wins at Bristol.
Coming out turn number 2, coming down the back straightaway here. Looks like he's in a class of his own right now.
Merzlak, one final time, get around the 55, big time send.
He hits the wall, he hits it, he gets the lead, but can he hang on to it? Oh my goodness, he made it to the line!
Big push down the backstretch is going to give him a good run through the corners.
A little bit
follow from the 1.
A little bit of contact there for second, but coming to the line, Toby Roberson's going to take home the checkered flag and victory here from the new Atlanta Motor Speedway.
Before I wrap things up here in this segment, your thoughts on the type of race we're going to see tonight? And I would have to agree.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, welcome to tonight's feature presentation of the HOBO Racing Cup Series live on JTN from the Las Vegas Motor Speedway. We're so glad you joined us here on a Tuesday night, third race of the HOBO Racing Cup Series season. Hello, everyone. My name is JoeTowNetwork, and joining me up here in the booth tonight, it is the one and only Mr. Ricky Collette. Ricky, welcome back to Sin City, buddy.
Joe, it's great to be back here in Las Vegas for some great racing with the HOBO Racing League. Gonna be a fun one here tonight. High speeds, high action. A lot of guys out there capping 200 miles an hour come down the straightaways. This place is cooked up, and it is fast right now.
Fast. You're going to see a lot of drivers in control. It's going to be a crazy, fun race here tonight. We're so glad to be bringing it to you here on JTN. Going to go for 94 laps around this 1.5 mile speedway here this evening. This, of course, your race preview presented by AutoSim2. Qualifying currently underway. Drivers out on track at this moment. So putting down a fast lap time. Looks like Caleb Lingle right now on the provisional pole in his number 113. Can't thank everyone enough for tuning in here this evening. Steve, Ann, and Danny Rubino all in chat. See Magoo in chat as well. Greg cheering on all of his Team Speedland guys. Nivik saying howdy and howdy everyone. Hope you're having a good one here tonight. Make sure if you haven't already, drop a like on the video and subscribe. Again, doing those things does really help support us a lot here on JTN. Ricky, I know this is your first HOBO event of the year, but through the first two races, we've seen two different winners. Josh Boyer took home the victory at Daytona. Randy Smith took home a victory last week. We're probably, I would think, looking forward to seeing potentially a third different winner to start the year.
Yeah, I would think that we are. Usually these trends, when they start, they're like wildfire. They just catch on and keep spreading. So, be a thing to keep an eye out for tonight. And a lot of guys out there in the field, really good guys that have not won yet. So you got to think that they're all going to be getting their time here soon, early in the season. So I would agree with you, Joe. I think we're going to see another first-time winner here this season, or first win of the season, I should say, for one of these guys out here.
Going to be interesting to see. Qualifying has concluded. Ricky, why don't you take us through tonight's starting lineup?
With pleasure, Joe. For tonight's event here at Las Vegas, we are gonna have 26 cars starting tonight. I believe that's the right number. I think that's the right number. Pretty sure that's the right number, Joe.
We'll see.
26 cars. And starting on pole at a time of 27.827 seconds is going to be the 113 car piloted by Mr. Caleb Lingle. Joining him on the outside front row at a time of 22.998 seconds is going to be the 28 machine of old Mac Daddy, Keith McLean. Starting in the third spot is going to be the 112 car piloted by Eddie Rayleigh. In the fourth spot is going to be the 73 car of Herman Reese. Fifth spot goes to the 11th car of Steve Grant. And starting in the 41st car, 41 car in the sixth position, a little bit there, is going to be Josh Boyer. Spot number 7 goes to car number 136, going to be piloted by Thunder Car this evening. And starting in the 8th position in the number 21 is going to be Randy Wah. In the 72 car in spot number 9 is going to be Jim Gloud, and Harry Kodian in the 13 car will be rounding out the top 10 this evening. From spot number 11 is going to be car number 9, piloted by Fugate, and in position number 12 in car number 124 is going to be Mr. Rick Castle. In the 13th spot is going to be the 27 machine of Frank Bombi. I got it, Joe. See?
You did. Proud of you.
14th position is going to go to the 4 car of Matthew Stern. Wiley King, and the 925 car is going to be starting from the 15th position here tonight. In spot number 16 is going to be the 81 car, Troy Donahue. Duke Sorensen in the 59 car will be starting from the 17th spot. In position number 18 is going to be Mr. Ken Hansen in the 94 car. Steve Rubino in the 07 will be starting from the 19th spot tonight. And the last car to take a time in qualifying tonight is going to be the 23 car of Maverick. He will be starting from the 20th position. Rest of the field picked on a random draw. None of these guys took time. Starting in spot number 21 is going to be car 31 of Jeff Stekenis. Spot number 22 is going to go to the 25 car of Ron Simpson. Spot number 23 goes to the 85 machine of Ricky Bumbalo. Spot number 24 goes to the 19 car of Rod Weston. Spot number 25 goes to the 24 of Mopar. Spot number 26 goes to the 78 car of Ryan Johnson. What do you know, Joe? I was one short. We actually have 27 cars here tonight. The last car shotgun on the field in spot number 27 is going to be the 10 machine of Randy Smith. And that's going to be your starting lineup here from Las Vegas Motor Speedway. Joe, very big field here tonight. 27 cars. And this is a fast track. We were watching these guys out here. They are definitely cooking it around this place, using a lot of lanes. What do you think about pack racing tonight at Vegas? Do you like pack racing with your Vegas?
I think it doesn't matter if I like it. I think we're going to see it here tonight. This track really fast, a lot of grip on this version of the Las Vegas Motor Speedway. Talk about 195, almost 200 miles per hour down into turn 1. Drivers complaining about too much heat in the rear tires. It's going to make these cars loose as the run goes on. We'll see how that plays out. See one on its side there off of turn number 4, Harry Kodian in the 13. Just here in happy hour, these drivers having to push the limits, try to get as much speed as possible. I think it's Ricky, I think it's probably a good chance we'll see some pack racing tonight, especially at this version of the Las Vegas Motor Speedway. Yeah, I see Bino in chat saying it's blurry tonight. I am unsure. Yeah, I would check the res on your gear. I think we might have came on the air only at 720p, but we then corrected that really quick for you folks at home. So if you click that little gear, you probably reset it. That might work, but not seeing anything on our end at the moment. I think these drivers are about ready to go racing, Ricky.
You are right, Joe. Just about to round out happy hour here. Get these guys on pit road in a few seconds. Getting ready to grid up for tonight's event.
94 laps here around the Las Vegas Motor Speedway. Who's going to roll the dice? Who's going to bust? And who's going to take home all the money with a checkered flag and a trophy here this evening? We'll just have to wait and find out to see here tonight from Sin City. Cars getting lined up here on pit lane as we await the command from the Las Vegas Motor Speedway.
Drivers, start your engines!
As we get the command and engines are fired here from Las Vegas. 27 cars will roll off the pit lane. Looks like we're missing the 21. He was there and now he's gone. And we're back.
And they're gone.
They're going to get them back.
Drivers, to your cars.
And they're gridding again, Joe.
Drivers,
Yeah.
cars.
Waiting on a couple stragglers, it sounds like.
And we're doing it again. Oh, wait, nope. We're good. sorry to scare everyone.
As we await the command here.
Start your engines.
And there it is. Hey, they're ready to go down there, aren't they?
They are ready to rumble.
Ready to rumble. Are you ready to rumble?
I am ready to rumble.
Caleb Lingle in the 113 qualified on pole here tonight. He's looking for his first victory of the season after two strong performances up on the podium the first 2 weeks of the season. And that 113 team finally break through and get a victory here tonight from Las Vegas. Keith McLean to the outside in the number 28. We know how fast Keith and his Ford Mustang are traditionally. It's been a struggle here to start the year for the team, but going to be looking for a good run tonight in Vegas. Eddie Rayleigh, another driver coming off of a podium finish 1 week ago in the number 112. Herman Reese there to the outside, looking for his first podium of the season in the 73. And Steve Grant in the number 11. Rounding out your top five tonight, looking for his first win of the year as part of Team Speedland's 25th anniversary season. Dodge Charger safety car pulls down the pit lane. Fans are on their feet. Drivers at the ready. Green flag, and we're underway here from the Las Vegas Motor Speedway.
Caleb Lingle gets out to an early lead here, gapping on the 28 of Keith McLean. Those two just starting to take off from these guys just a little bit. They come down into turn number 3. They're starting to filter out single file. And Joe, I think it's going to take them about a lap or two just to kind of get their feet underneath them, and then they're going to start getting racy again here.
Yeah, again, we heard a lot about tire heat being an issue. It'll be interesting to see how that plays out throughout this race. If we see these cars develop loose, if the drivers have to maybe make the cars a little bit tighter to start the run, we'll kind of keep our eyes on that throughout the event. But for the time being, everyone looking good. Everyone running this middle lane here. A little surprised by that, Ricky.
Little surprising indeed, but I think these guys, like you said, just kind of playing around with those lines, trying to see what works. One thing you really got to do, depending on what speed these guys are running, is that you're going to want to be in the draft. And I think that's what they're going to be going for first.
TR Daytona winner Josh Boyer in the 41. He's up into the 5th position, that Rocky Boots Ford. Tough week 1 week ago from Auto Club. They did not have the car that they were looking to bring to try to get a second win on the year. Nonetheless, though, this week looking a little bit better up inside the top 5 early on.
113 Lingo gets very close to the wall there, Joe, but I think he avoids it. But that lets Keith McLean kind of start to track him down just a little bit. And you see that 112 of Rayleigh slowly starting to come into the picture as that draft is starting to kind of take effect. These tires are starting to warm up and that Army machine's moving.
It's moving left and right a little bit there too, isn't it? Ford's occupying 4 of the top 5 positions.
And you see Keith McLean right now up at front, taking that middle line, while the 113 Lingle was taking the high line. It seems like that actually worked better for Keith. Got a bit of a run coming off the turn there. I think Lingle's trying to kind of explore around, see if there's anywhere that there's more grit. And I think Keith's just trying to do kind of the opposite of him. You see up here in turn 1, though, he kind of tries to diamond it a little bit so they can get a run a little lower on the track, I think, to help him get that run, carry that momentum down the straightaway.
Right now, it's a little bit of that feeling out process, though, to start this race, right? These drivers, maybe not a lot of experience around each other from practice earlier tonight, trying to find where the flaws in the others are, trying to find your own flaws out there on the fly as well. But, you know, I think Keith just trying to figure a way to close the gap, because right now, I mean, Caleb Lingles, he's just holding steady right now. Anytime Keith makes any type of charge, that 113 all of a sudden gets a little bit quicker. Bino is not in the race tonight. I wish he was. Although we heard down there's smoke on the backstretch. I believe that's from the four car. Matthew Stern's slow. Ricky gonna get us a report on that. But I was...
Yeah, it looks like the Ford Matthew Stern just rolling around on the apron here right now. Not really sure what's going on there.
Why don't you investigate, Ricky?
Oh, he spun coming off of turn 2, Joe.
There we go.
No caution, but it looks like he caught the outside wall, just running that high line just a little too far, and probably flat spot those tires with just limping it back to pit road. Actually made contact. It was a 2-car incident, Joe. He made contact with the 27 machine.
Worth a replay?
And 27 also went around, but no caution for it.
Get you a replay of this, because they are... I mean, they're spinning for a decent amount of time here down the back straightaway. Replay of this incident coming off of turn 2 from a few laps ago. Matt Stern there in the 4. Frank Bombi in the 27. 4 just gets loose there. Contact with the 27. Surprised no caution comes out. See both those cars, though, down there on the apron. Back up front, though. Heath McLean closing the gap now to Caleb Lingle in the 113, about a third of the way into a green flag run here. Welcome in, Larry. Glad to see you. Benjamin Snyder in chat as well. Reminding us we're 2 weeks away from the Maverick Cup Series beginning this year. Of course, those races will all be carried live on JTN on Tuesday nights. We'll go over to our JTN pylon there on the left. You can pick out where your favorite driver's running at the moment. The Stern 3 laps down. Frank Bombi 2 laps down. Randy Waugh lap down after missing the grid there. Yes, please give us a thumbs up. Larry said it, not me. He said to give us a thumbs up, right, Ricky? That means they have to do it. Because when I say it, it's self-serving. But when someone else says it, I mean that's a good sign. Thank you, Larry. Herman Reese has moved up into 4th. Josh Blair has fallen back a few positions all the way to 7th. That's right, smash that thumbs up button. If you're not taking a fist and punching your screen in front of you, you're not doing it good enough. Rayleigh with a big moment that time off turn 2 allows Herman Reese to get by on the outside for 3rd.
Oh yeah, I'm funny. I'm just like watching these guys
112
go
in the
around
wall.
this joint, and they are slipping and sliding.
Saw Rayleigh get into the wall there in turns 1 and 2. He falls back to 7th now. His caution looks like it's out for the first time tonight.
Caution is out. We'll try to see what the cause of it is. I do see the Ford Matt Stern slow on the apron again. I don't know if that car had another incident. No, it looks like that car was fine.
I'm a little puzzled what this one's for. Do you have any inkling?
I will let you know in a second. Just looking back at the moment of caution just to see if there's anything afoot. Aside from the four of Stern rolling around on the apron, unless that car blew up, which I don't think it did, I don't see anything, Joe.
Yeah,
Ford did retire. I don't know if
I mean, here's... I'm assuming that's what it is? As he's slow on the
think
apron?
so. Yeah, there's got our old friend Jacques Debris out here.
There's debris in the infield. Nope, Steve's still out there, Ian. It's like he's got some damage on the right side of his car. Hit the wall a little bit. But should continue on. We go back live. Back there in the 17th spot. Ooh, problem. Got put in the wall. There you see that 07 car. Gonna lose a little bit of track position here, but still rolling off the end of the pit lane with that Ford Fusion. Getting a report from the Ford, just parked it. Car was, remember back in the day when cars on the DNF sheet it would say for handling?
Yeah.
That's what happened there with the 4. Car was wicked loose. We've heard that report from a lot of these guys. And it doesn't seem like it's an easy fix, right? I mean, most of these drivers report in that condition. Obviously, some worse than others. The 4 did not start and park, per se. Ben. Folks, again, can't thank you enough. He says it's okay. He's not a fan of the track, though. Folks, again, can't thank you enough for tuning in here tonight. If you're enjoying our coverage here of the HOBO Racing Cup Series from Las Vegas, well, you're going to enjoy our coverage, all of our coverage here on JTN. Our upcoming races presented by Scheme Haven. First, it's the Bomb Squad Racing Cup Series from the Phoenix Raceway this Thursday night, 9:05 p.m. Eastern Time. Then the HOBO Racing Cup Series is back for their 4th race to start the year from Phoenix on March 14th. And March 16th, we head to the classic Atlanta Motor Speedway with the Bomb Squad Racing Cup Series. Those are your next 3 races, all presented by our friends at Scheme Haven, live right here only on JTN. I think that was one of them old Dale Jr. cautions, right? Mr. Dale Jr. fan, Ricky Collette.
Hey, Joe, how are your drivers doing?
Well, my drivers are still racing, so...
How's Brad doing?
Pretty sure he's looked better than Dale did his last couple of years. So,
Ow.
just saying.
Having fun up here. Having fun up here.
Are we? Because you sound a little hurt,
Tuesday
Ricky.
night. I almost forgot what day of the week it was.
Who's better, Dale Jr. or Brad Keselowski? Let us know in chat.
Oh, Joe, you're gonna start fights.
Who's the best restrictor plate racer? Dale Jr., Brad Keselowski, or Denny Hamlin? Let us know in chat. Is Ryan Blaney the next Casey Kane? Let us know in chat.
Is Ryan Blaney the next Dale Jr., Casey Kane, Brad Keselowski Jr.?
Get ready to go back. Green Flag Racing, Caleb Legal, Herman Reese, Keith McLean, Steve Grant, Harry Cody, and your top 5. Going back to lap 20 of 94. Dodge Charger pace car is in. Gives way to Lingle in that 113. And back away we go. Green flag once again here from Las Vegas. Everyone nice and orderly back up through the gears here into 1 and 2.
We're getting a good gap on these guys this time around, but Herman Reese trying to stay in tow here. Keith McLean following him around there too. Top 5 all close together right now. 41 and Josh Boyer starting to come to the picture there in the 6, and Harry Kodia in the 13 in the 5th spots.
Keith McLean trying to retake the 2nd position. Lost it down on the pit lane. Starting to look like these cars may be getting a little hung up behind the 73 right now.
A little bit, but also, you know, the draft is kind of at work there too. You see Herman Reese starting to kind of spread that out just a little bit on the 28. We'll see if the 28 comes back from. He's definitely getting a really strong run here coming off turn number 2, coming into 3 here. Get right back on the rear end of Herman Reese. Actually, right there on his back bumper. We'll see if 28 can make a move here. It seems like the issue, Joe, is that you can catch someone, but it's hard to pass. It's hard to set that up just to get the nose to the inside on him.
Caution out here for the 2nd time tonight. One car slow on the front straightaway. It's the 21. Bet you that replay.
Looks like he just tags the apron just a little bit coming out of 4, Joe. The car gets loose. He tries to hang on to it and goes for a spin. Does a good job of minimizing damage there, but definitely blew out the right front tire doing that.
See a replay of it there. So 2nd caution of the night out. First for cause here. Caleb Lingle's still your race leader. I think we're going to see everyone come down the pit lane here. Wait and see. Cody ain't going to stay out in the 13. Rod Weston staying out. Frank Bombi staying out. Makes things interesting coming down the pit lane. Folks, again, can't thank you enough for tuning in tonight to the HOBO Racing Cup Series from Las Vegas. Coverage here on JTN. We got more great racing action coming up for you later on this week, so make sure you tune in for that. The best way to make sure you stay up to date with everything JTN knows to make sure you're subscribed to us here on YouTube if you haven't already. Click that big red button, hit subscribe, click the bell icon. You'll be notified anytime we go live or anytime new content is posted here on JTN. Don't miss a second of the action because we got some great races coming up later on this week. Kicking off with the Bomb Squad Racing Cup Series event from the Phoenix Raceway. Coverage kicking off at 9:05 p.m. Eastern Time Thursday night. Then we're back here 1 week's time with the HOBO Racing Cup Series from Phoenix. And March 16th, it'll be the Bomb Squad Racing Cup Series from Atlanta. Those races and much, much more, of course, live right here only on JTN, presented by Scheme Haven. Yeah, 1 week. Ricky, how you doing?
I'm doing good, Joe. How are you?
I'm doing good. It's been a while since the fans here have heard from you. Everything going okay? You having a
things
fun
are going
time?
good.
Bristol treating you right? HR treating you right?
Yeah, he smells like farts, though.
What?
Yeah, it
Rick-
smells like farts.
There's-
The dog, he farts.
No, Steve is not out. He just likes to text and drive. Do you like to text and drive, Ricky?
No, Joe, I am a good driver.
Oh, so Steve's a bad driver?
No. Don't put words in my mouth. You wanna fight? You wanna tussle?
Yeah, come on. You didn't expect that answer, did you?
No, I didn't.
Yeah. I better watch what you say. Frank Bombi getting the lap back. Lucky Dog here under this caution. Eddie Rayleigh has retired in the 112. Another car fighting some of those handling issues. Thank you, Barbara. See 24 folks currently tuning in here on YouTube. Got one person tuning in on Twitch. Folks, can't thank you enough for tuning in here this evening. Make sure you say hello if you haven't already. Be a friend, tell a friend about our streams. Click the like button if you're here on YouTube. And 24 folks watching, only 8 likes. Appreciate it if you haven't hit that like button, if you please could. Be much appreciated. Harry Cody going to be leading us back to green in 13. Into the Las Vegas restart zone we go. Green flag. We're back underway here from Sin City. Aw, Brain, you can't hit the like button twice. You can only hit it once. Single file down the back straightaway, Ricky.
Harry Codian hanging on to this lead here, but already see Keith McLean starting to pull in on him. These two gapping out on the 113 of Caleb Link a little bit, but you see Keith looking to the inside, didn't have the momentum for it. Keep an eye out, because I think that means Keith wants that lead. He wants that clean air. Going to be trying to get on by the 13 here. Backing up the turn a little bit, getting a great run through the center, and you can just see coming down the back straightaway how much momentum he has on the 13 car. Gonna wait on it, though. I think he's gonna wait and strike here coming off of turn 4. Gonna get another real good run on 13 here, but Harry does a great job at defending. Doesn't really give the 28 much room to look around. Keith McLean staying right behind him, and now Caleb Lingle's starting to come into the picture.
Yeah, that's, I think, the thing that's more worrisome for the 28, right? He took 2 tires there. Was able to hop the 113 on pit lane by doing so, but now wants that buffer state. Harry Codian stayed out there under caution. No tires on the 13, 2 tires on the 28, 4 on the 113. Little experiment going on here at the front of the field to see which is better.
Comes Keith to the outside of the 13. Sorry to cut you off there, Joe. Side by side for the lead.
Battle down into turn 1. McLean on the outside. Codian on the bottom. 13 and 28. Give the spot off of turn number 2 to Mac Daddy. Keith McLean takes the lead here, lap 32 of 94.
And Caleb Lingo about to strike on the 13. Here comes the 113. He decides to stay in line, but I think Harry had to concede that to him. Just didn't have the room on the bottom to really get that run through the turn like he wanted. And I think Keith had that outside line, had to let him sail off with it. So put Mac Daddy up to the point, like you said, and Caleb Lingle all over the back bumper of the 13 car trying to get around him.
Lingle
41 to the inside of the 11, a few spots back. Josh Boyer trying to crack his way into the top 5, and Caleb Lingle now going on by Harry Codian for second.
Lingle able to take the second spot that time down the back straightaway. Battle is on now for third. Here comes Herman Reese looking to the outside of the 13.
Herman Reese has a big wave of momentum right now. Harry Codian does not have any momentum, and that's really letting these guys eat him alive at the moment. Codian going up hot. The 41 of Boyer giving him a big push too. You see the 11 down low, Steve Grant. That's going to help the 13 some of Codian to kind of get back up to what these guys are doing. Got a little loose there actually off of turn 2, so I think the car might be handling a little rough at the moment. But Josh Boyer clears him for the 4th spot.
Things settling down. Caution out here for the 3rd time tonight.
Oh, big wreck on the front straightaway.
Yeah, 24.
Randy Waugh on his roof, Joe. Ricky Bumbelow, Randy Smith, Mopar.
This one's layered. Oh my goodness.
A very, very layered one.
85 hits the wall, it looks like, off the corner into the grass. Gonna go for take flight there. There he goes. Hit from Mopar in the 24.
One actually clears it, Joe, but gets loose and can't catch a car, and it just slowly grip rolls onto his roof. So neat and tidy.
10 was trying to get to the outside of the 24, misjudged it looked like. But yeah, here's that grip roll. Talked about this track has a lot of grip, doesn't it?
It definitely does. Definitely does.
That's going to be the end of the night for Randy Waugh and the 21 crew. Mopar there in the 24 tide ride. Gonna barely get clipped there. That was a wild ride from the 85, though.
Wild ride indeed.
The track crew will have to repair the wall, Greg. So big wreck here on lap 35. Brings out our 3rd caution of the night, 2nd for cause. Have a couple drivers retiring after that one. The 21, the 85. Both going to be out of this race. The 23 of our 27 starters remain. Leaders had all come down the pit lane. A break for the 28 team, able to take 4 tires there on that stop, Ricky. They get to keep their lead. And folks, be a friend, tell a friend about our streams here on JTN. Make sure if you haven't already, click the like button on the video, subscribe. And doing those things really does help support us so much here on JTN. Imagine, Ricky, have you ever watched a stream here on JTN and not click the like button?
No, Joe, I haven't.
That's crazy. Who would do such a thing? Only a monster wouldn't like a video being produced by a dog. Now we're going to guilt folks to get you to hit that like button. You can also follow us on our social media at JoeTowNetwork, Twitter, Facebook, TikTok, Instagram. We're on all those platforms to get you as much content as possible. We've been posting reels and shorts and all the like. Although this week, I don't think we've gotten off to too good of a start. Been a very busy week for us at JTN headquarters. Got some projects behind the scene going on. So apologies for that content not flowing as it has the previous couple weeks. But we're going to try to get that back going here. And appreciate you folks tuning in so much. Hope you're having a fantastic evening. Great viewership as always for the HOBO Racing Cup Series. A great field here again tonight. So again, hope you're having a fantastic Tuesday night. We'll be live again next week from Phoenix for our 4th consecutive HOBO Racing Cup Series event. And the following week, we'll be back with the Maverick Cup Series on Tuesday nights. So a lot of great racing here to start the racing season as Maverick in the number 23 going to lead us to green here, Ricky.
Getting ready to come back to green here. 23 of Maverick leading the field right now with the 28 of Keith McLean in second. Caleb Lingle in the 113 in third. Fourth spot to Herman Reese. And fifth position goes to the 41 car of Josh Boyer. Getting ready to go back green here at Las Vegas. Lap 39 of 94. Tonight's event coming up on halfway very soon. Waiting on Maverick to get into that restart zone. Green flags up in the air. We are back underway. Maverick hanging on that lead, but Keith gets really loose coming off turn 4, trying to make a move on Maverick. Might have just grazed the wall a little bit there, but a great save by Mac Daddy to hang on to that car. My goodness, Joe, he had that thing hung out sideways.
Maverick, hey, he closed the door successfully. Keith, I think, cut him a little bit of a break there. You see these cars going down the back straightaway into turn number 3. A little bit of a difference of line. The 28 about maybe a quarter of a car width, a little lower on the track. You see the 113 a little bit higher than those two leaders trying to make up some time down the straightaways. But Maverick still holding on. Again, old tires on that 23 compared to these guys behind him. But that clean air, Ricky, I mean, clean air is a wonderful thing, isn't it?
Clean air is a wonderful thing, and you're seeing it in full effect here tonight. That leader definitely has some help up there, not really having any wind on the nose, can kind of block these guys' advances, but Keith McLean is blowing through that side by side with Maverick coming down the front straightaway.
5th car retired, Mopar in the 24, involved in that last incident, so the 24 is also retired, so 5 of our 27 starters now out of this race. As you said, Keith McLean goes to the lead. Caleb Lingle now going to try to get around the 23 of Maverick. Looks to the inside here, trying to pull off a similar move as the 28 did 1 lap ago. Going to be side by side to the line. 113 still down there going down into turn 1. 23 with the momentum on the outside, and Lingle not able to pull off the pass there. A little surprise, Ricky. Big time moment there off the corner right in front of Herman Reese. Reese has to check up. That allows the 11 of Steve Grant to get to the inside of the 41 of Josh Boyer. Boyer way up the track. Battle on for the final spot inside the top 5. Grant going to have the position here, but the 41 charging back on the outside down the front.
They're really starting to get kind of boxed up here, closer to the second half of the top 10. Steve Grant now clearing the 41 of Josh Boyer. He'll fall in line here. 72 car in the 10th spot, falling in line behind Jeff Stekenis. These guys starting to filter out a little bit, but you can kind of see that they're hung up a little bit behind that 23 of Maverick. I think that 113 of Lingle's really trying to find a place to kind of jump by and can't get anything just yet. Stekenis, though, getting to the inside of the 124. Rick Castle for 9th position.
You see a 73 moving to the inside of Cass, or
72
2,
gets
sorry.
close to that 124, but they keep it clean. There's a 9 to the inside. Fugate having a good run here, getting to the inside of Josh Boyer, trying to challenge for that 6th position. Oh, you see that 9 car just got a little loose there off turn 4. There's definitely some grip down there, but it seems like it pulls those left side tires and the rear end actually steps out. It looks like we're back under caution here, Joe. That car up against the wall. Ron Simpson.
25 car now in the grass here on the front stretch.
Like the 25 car gets loose coming off the turn and just bounces off the 13 of Harry Cody and spins out.
Fourth caution of the night. Need a replay of it. It's Simpson Fence Company Chevrolet. Goes for a little bit of a spin there. Just a little bit of a spin. I don't think anything too terribly damaged on that car. Just completed halfway here from Las Vegas. I'm Joe Twansky, joined up in the booth tonight by Mr. Ricky Collette, bringing you the action from the HOBO Racing Cup Series, race number 3 on the year. See Keith McLean leading everyone down the pit lane. Maverick doing a good job now on strategy. He gets to come down pit lane second after being mired back in the field, Ricky. So a good strategy call for the 23. They get the caution that they needed. Hopefully they can execute here on this pit stop and get back out inside the top 5.
Now, Joe, as we're at lap 49 of 94 tonight's event, I think it's safe to say that we are past halfway here. What are you looking for in the second half of this race? Do you think the intensity is going to just keep ramping up?
Yes. Yes, Ricky. I do. I think we've already seen that, right? Like that first green flag run, we get a caution for nothing at the end of the day. And then ever since then, these drivers, they're kind of pushing the issue. You're seeing them hang the cars out a little bit more and more in corner exit, being a little more aggressive, getting lower and lower on the track. The time to just sit around and wait and hope that something happens, or you can just make a pass off of someone's mistake, is quickly going away from us. We're going to go back green with about 40 or so laps to go, probably about 42. So you're looking at one more pit stop here tonight if the thing goes green. So that track position, you never know how many restarts you're going to get. You never know how many cautions, but that track position is going to get more and more crucial. You're going to be more and more aggressive trying to make up spots here on a restart. How was that for some analysis?
I think that's pretty good.
Greg saying the crystal ball showing more cautions in the future in chat. Folks, again, can't thank you enough for tuning in to JTN tonight. Make sure if you haven't already, drop a like on the video and subscribe. Again, doing so does help support us so much here on the JoeTow Network, JTN. Should be getting the 1 to go this time at the line. What do you think of, obviously, big news last week, Chase Elliott breaking his leg. What do you think of the replacement drivers they're going to have in that 9 car?
I am I'm not sure, Joe. You got some nobody like Jordan Taylor. Like who is he? They just
That's
got
what
him
I'm
off the
saying.
street.
Who is Jordan Taylor?
Who is Jordan Taylor?
Who is that guy?
Who is Jordan Taylor? Nah, Rodney Sandstorm's the only guy that can be in that car. Dang it!
That's what I'm saying. Like, why didn't they go get Rodney Sandstorm?
I'm gonna get Rodney Sandstorm. But no, I think it's awesome. I'm really glad they're gonna keep Barry in the car. I think he's definitely shown that if you give him a good ride, as soon as he catches fire, he catches fire. So I think they're gonna start seeing some results out of him probably this week and onward. But Taylor's gonna be an actual threat at Coda, I think.
Danny saying in chat, tell Barbara Steve's still running. Barbara Steve is still running if you're out there. Just running back there in the 15th position. There he is. Josh Berry should do a good job. I think it's good to see him get an opportunity up in the Cup Series and a good ride. And we'll have to wait and see how it plays out. Just like we're getting ready to see how this restart plays out. Keith playing with the lead. Caleb Lingle, Herman Reese, Maverick, Steve Grant, your top 5. Into the restart zone. And back away we go. Green flag once again here from Las Vegas. And Lingle all over the back bumper of McLean.
Lingle making sure that McLean does not get away from him this time. Hangs right with him with the 28. Gets that run through the center of the turn. We'll see if the 113 can get back to him coming down the back straightaway here. Oh, Caleb Lingle gets down into the inside wall.
He's down there going to come back up the track. I don't think he hit the wall, Ricky, but man, he is going to lose some time here.
Got very close. I thought he was going all the way down there. Great save by the 113 car, but what a big setback late in the race here. The 113 of Caleb Lingle. The car stepped out on him on those cold tires coming off the exit of turn 2.
I mean, we talk about it all the time about making mistakes, how you barely are able to make mistakes in these races. Lingle, though, get a replay of it, gets loose coming off of turn number 2, overcorrects it a little bit, back to the left. Man, oh man, though, what a save by Lingle to not hit anything there, Ricky. He didn't hit a single thing.
Did a fantastic job. Like you said, I was totally certain he was going into the inside wall, and he just went and proved us wrong. So, good job, Caleb Lingle, literally defying the laws of physics to hang on to that car.
He's playing, though, out in front, trying to stretch his legs and run away with the lead. Herman Reese there in second. Maverick sits in third. Steve Grant, Josh Boyer, your top 5 now. As we get heat in these tires, Ricky, the cars get a little unstable, which is something that's kind of puzzled these drivers here tonight. What, if you're up on top of a box, or you're a strategist, or whatever you are, somehow you're in the driver's ear. What are you telling your driver out there on track right now?
Just don't overdrive it. Be mindful of what that car's doing. You don't want it to step out too hard on you and not be able to save it.
Bugate wasn't able to make the pass there on Boyer. Variety of lines there among the leaders. They're not like all the way up and down the banking, right? Like you think of at an auto club like we saw last week. But these drivers, there's still a variety of lines that they're taking here. Yes, we're single file, but the little differences in lines are where you're going to make up a little bit of speed, right, Ricky? I mean, obviously, if you have a faster car, you have a faster car. That might go without saying, but Some of these drivers willing to get all the way up next to that bright yellow wall on the outside. Some maybe not as willing, closer down to the darker groove on the racetrack. But right now, you know, no one pushing too hard trying to make a pass. I think there's a lot of guys out here just thinking they want to ride it out for a little bit.
Some of these guys are looking to just ride around out here, but I think some of these guys are looking to race, and I think that's definitely what we've been seeing a little bit up front. Right now, Keith McClain still doing a great job of staying in front of Herman Reese here, though. Reese has not been able to close in, but running faster lap times than Keith in that draft. I think the issue is that it's just it's a very slow game that he has on the 28 right now, so it doesn't really look like a whole ton on track, but slowly kind of making some headway there.
Bugate trying like heck to get around Josh Boyer in the 41 right now. He gets around there through turns 3 and 4. Boyer going to dip back in line. Stakanis behind him. I think who does Stakanis have on his car? Is that Elvis?
Is it?
Yes. Yes, it is. It's the king. Can I get an Elvis impersonation from you, Ricky? What? Alright. Thought I'd get something usable out of that, but I guess not. Barbara, if you click the little gear icon in the bottom right of the video, and then switch it back to 1080 as we're under caution here for the 5th time. That should fix it. Oh, Steve Rubino around.
Oh, jeez.
Oh, he blew up.
A lot of damage on that 07 car.
He, his car went kaboom. Unfortunately. There you see the replay. Heavy hit to the outside wall there.
Yeah, when that car just blows up, it completely kicks loose, too.
Got oil on the tires?
Man, maybe.
A little bit.
That car sure did go kablamo.
What did you say?
Kablamo.
It sounded like you said something else.
What else could I have said?
I don't know.
Kablamo, kablamo. Blordmo.
Leaders back down on pit lane. Thanks for tuning in tonight, Ann. See what Caleb Lingle can do in the 113. Keith McClain kind of parking at a weird angle there, trying to make sure he can get out of his box, knowing that the 113 will be coming in. I think I'm going to have to take 4 tires, though, after that big skid. Lane wins the race off pit road. Herman Reese, Maverick, Steve Grant, and Stakanis, your top 5. Leaves just 21 cars of our 27 starters still out there tonight. With 30 laps to go, going to be 29 this time at the line. We are on the cusp of making it to the end of this race, Ricky.
Just on the cusp of making it to the end of this race.
Everyone pit that first time down pit lane. Thank you, Barbara. Have a good one. While we're under this fifth caution of the night, we're going to go ahead and step away and get a word with our friends from AutoSim 2. Have you ever wanted to manage your own racing team? Or what if you could go back in time to see if a particular season could have finished differently? Well, folks, have no fear because AutoSim 2 is here. With fully customizable roster files, you can create your own world or try to recreate the past. Heck, you could even try to predict the future through AutoSim 2's Sim Mode. Don't like the passive approach? Well, then get more hands-on in owner mode, where you decide who drives your cars and what companies will sponsor them. Down on your luck? Well, then scout some new talent that will get you to the top. Already super successful? Try moving up the ladder or expanding to truly solidify your racing empire. However you want to play, AutoSim 2 has you covered and is now available for purchase through the Steam store for $9.99. Now go make your mark and build your legacy in AutoSim 2. And back here on JTN, again, AutoSim 2 available now on Steam for $9.99. Go check it out. Great little text-based motorsport simulator with full customizability. Again, that's AutoSim 2 now available on the Steam store. See 6 cars out of this race. Matthew Stern, Eddie Rayleigh, Randy Waugh, Ricky Bumbalo, Mopar in the 24, and Steve Rubino in the 07. Rod Weston, last car on the lead lap. He's won 3 straight over in TMP on Monday nights. We'll be back with them end of the month for their final 3 races of the year. Keith McLean going to lead us back to green, coming to lap 68 of 94. Dodge Charger pace car is in. Get ready to enter the restart zone. And back away we go. Green flag once again here from Las Vegas.
Herman Reese trying to stay with Keith McLean here, coming off turn 2, looking to that middle line, see if that can help him get some advantage on the 28. That 28's just hooked up on the high line, though, Joe.
He's
going to try to make another charge here.
He's feeling good right now in that 28 car. Maverick now looking to the inside of the 73, going down into turn 1. John Deere Chevrolet there on the inside, new member of Team Speedland this year in their 25th anniversary season. Jeff Sakanis, though, going to be able to get to the outside in the 31. Takes that Elvish Dodge up onto the podium for the first time tonight. And Stakanis has not had a good start to the year, been involved in a bunch of incidents here. It's one car big in the wall.
Outside wall. It's a 41 of Josh Boyer. Everyone's going around him. Oh, my goodness. Ron Simpson almost hits him. Goes for a spin in the dirt in the 81 car of Troy Donahue, also around. That 41 car is destroyed.
Josh Boyer started off the year with a win in Daytona, has struggled since, had a good run going up inside the top 10 here tonight. Now the engine has looked to expire on his Ford after a heavy hit to the outside wall. Let's get a replay from high above.
Let's look at the 41 and 124 racing side by side, Joe. Maybe the 124 of Castle comes up the track just a little bit. 41 might have been also coming down just a hair, but I think there's more movement from the bottom to the 124. They make contact and it just shoots the 41 hard into that outside wall. Bugate just barely got by the skin of his teeth.
Yeah, no kidding.
Everyone did a great job avoiding this. This could have been much messier.
Saw the 25 and 81, they were both going through the grass there. Well, get you an update on where they in here, but high above. Both just gonna go for kind of lazy spins. Lucky they didn't hit each other. Let's go on board with Josh Boyer in the 41. And folks, if you don't like big hits, look away. The sixth caution of the night out here in Las Vegas. Rod did not. You see the 19. I don't think anyone ended up hitting the 41 there. Except for maybe that initial contact with the 124, but... do not know how his car's... Ricky, as an engineer, why would you think his car's still running?
Car go kaboom, but it doesn't go kaboom, Joe.
Oh, okay.
That's all I have to say on the matter.
We'll try to get that car fixed. I think it might be a night ender for Boyer and crew. But they're going to try to fix it up. Ricky's a big-time engineering guy. Got a big old bucket on him. Ain't that right, Ricky?
Yep, I like buckets.
Oh, yeah. Boyer's still on pit lane. And told to stop. The hood has been removed from the 41 car. The front end has been squared up. But it still runs, Ricky.
Still runs. Don't question it, just go with it.
Got the one to go. Keith McLean going to be leading us back to green in the number 28. I have to think the 41 is going to be pretty off speed here. We'll wait and see for Boyer. But yeah, I would think he's going to be down a little bit of his power. Keith McLean with control here for the restart, coming to 21 laps to go from Las Vegas. Pace car is in. Fans are on their feet into the restart zone. And back away we go. Green flag once again here from Sin City.
Victoria Herman Reese getting right there with the 28. Had his nose looking to the inside on him going through the turn, but that lets the 31 Jeff Sakanis get a good run coming down the back straightaway. 73 going to start to spread out on him just a little bit. Everyone coming on by the 113 car of Caleb Lingle there. Lingle having some issues.
Looks to have collected it back up. Question in chat, is there a minimum speed rule here? There is not. Though I would have to think might be a dealer's choice type of deal there. No, Josh isn't going to do anything silly out there, though. Then Bino just sent just a question mark. I don't know what to do with that. I assume, Bino, you're raising your hand. You may ask your question.
Everyone's staying single file, nice and orderly for the moment.
Everyone playing nice with each other, right?
Yeah, Caleb Lingo getting to the outside of the 72 car here.
Trying to make a pass. Move up into the 8th spot. Ryan Johnson there in the 78. Haven't said his name yet tonight. Buffalo Wild Wings about to be the home for a lot of folks here as March Madness has begun. The NCAA tournament starts next week. Take it, Bino.
Fugate looking to the inside of the 124 car. Rick Castle. Fugate's got his notes to the inside there. They're door-to-door 13 of Harry Kodia and right behind, giving the 124 push.
It just seems like now that we've gotten a couple laps into a run, you really just want to be in that outside line. That's where all the speed is. Fugate going to kind of get trapped down there now. 13 now going to be to the outside. 113 going to try to look to do the same. Rick Castle driving that 124. Jeff Gordon fans have to have bad memories of that livery or paint scheme here at Las Vegas.
Fugate losing a lot of ground here.
Kodiak clipped the wall a little bit there on exit of 4. Going to allow Lingle to try to look to the outside. Not able to do anything.
Gets into the wall, it looks like a little bit. Lost a bunch of speed there trying to chase Harry Cody, and it's going to let Fugate get to the inside of him. That's going to be for the 7th position. We'll see if Lingo can get that run off the turn to stay ahead of the 9. Looks like he's going to do it. Yo, this race is just flying by.
It is. It's been a good little race here tonight.
13 laps to go, 12 laps to go.
There was some skepticism down there in the garage area, especially after looking at those rear tires. We talked about it a lot. A lot of heat in the rear tires here tonight. Some skeptics down there about what this race would look like, but I think all drivers are pretty pleased with how things have gone, as Keith McLean is probably smiling the most underneath the helmet here tonight with 11 laps to go, that time at the line. He's your leader. Herman Reese there in 2nd. Jeff Stakena 3rd. Maverick and Rick Castle, your top 5.
.41 of Josh Boyer, letting everyone on by. That car putting around at 150 right now. Boyer just trying to get to the end of this, trying to maximize those points. And the 59 of Duke Sorensen almost goes around in turn number 1. Main 10 car Randy Smith got into the back of him. I was looking through the back of the field, keeping an eye on that car of the 41 Joe, and I just happened to catch that. Sorensen keeps it straight, but backed it into the wall there.
Oh, we got one around off of turn 4.
Rear clip of that car.
Ryan Johnson around in the grass, Ricky.
What?
Caution.
What?
Ryan Johnson around off of turn 4. Caution. See the replay of it. 78 clips the apron a little bit there. Car gets unsteady. And just trying to collect it, isn't able to do so. And this is going to shake things up here at the end of this race. I have to think a lot of these drivers going to come down pit lane, get some new tires, throw some tape on the grill, say a couple prayers. 7th caution of the night.
Yeah. Oh, Joe, 23 gets into the 31 of Jeff Stakanis under caution here. Stakanis keeps it clear of the wall, I think.
Uh-oh.
The 31 was just checking up. Maverick didn't realize, I think, how much the 31 was checking up. But on the bright side, these guys are probably all coming down for tires anyways, so...
The 31's got to take 4 now, right?
Yeah, I mean, no,
No 2 tire stop there.
yeah, no harm there.
Well, I mean, if he was thinking about doing 2.
Yeah, that's true. We will see Keith McLean going to be staying out, but he is the only one staying out, Joe.
Oh, Josh Boyer's
Everybody
staying
else
out.
coming in.
Josh Boyer's staying out.
It's just on the lead lap. Yo, I really wish Josh Boyer was on the lead lap. That would have been fantastic, but unfortunately, that is not the hand that fate has dealt this night. Keep an eye out, though. See if anyone takes any kind of gamble with this, knowing that the 28's going to stay out there on old tires.
I would be taking 2. Herman
Reese
Reese takes 2.
takes 2 tires. Going to leapfrog.
Caleb Lingle takes 2.
Coming off pit road.
Lingle makes up a bunch of spots there, taking 2. I have to think a lot of these other drivers taking 4. Wiley King with 2 tires. Ken Hansen 2. Stakanis
with 2.
I think Stakanis probably the first with 4. He's going to come off pit lane 4th or 5th. And 31. There you see him.
Joe, this is going to get a little bit dicey here because we're going to go back green. I'm not really sure when we're going to go back
Probably
green.
about 4
and
to
that's
go.
going to have a really big factor on how well this works out for Keith McLean. If this caution runs long, that's less time for him to defend that lead. But if this caution is a quickie, then this might be a little bit more of a bad news bears for the 28 team.
Yeah, a lot of laps on those tires too, right? Almost 25 laps on those tires.
Yeah, but at the same time, the 73 of Herman Reese also has that many laps on his left side, so you don't know what that's going to do to the handling of the car.
That's true. I would still like to have new tires somewhere.
We're waiting for the lights to go out on that pace car, Joe. This is definitely helping Keith's case.
What was that, Ricky?
Oh, well, we're still under caution here. No one to go just yet, which helps Keith a little bit. And now we get the one to go. So they'll be going green on lap 91 of 94. 4 laps to go. I don't know, Joe.
I mean, if you get a caution, right, that'll end the race right then and there. I don't know. Things are going to get interesting. That's probably to say the least, but things are about to get interesting here from Las Vegas. So Keith McLean, Herman Reese, Caleb Lingle, Jeff Fugate, and Wiley King, your top 5 here for the restart. And our Dodge Charger safety car. So Keith McLean going to need the restart of his life to hold off fresh tires behind him. Herman Reese, Caleb Lingle, Jeff Fugate, Wiley King. Again, that top 5. Those 4 on 2 tires. Jeff Stukenis back in 6th, first car on 4. We approach our Las Vegas restart zone. Back away we go. Green flag, 4 laps to go from Sin City. .28 loose there on corner entry. Going to allow Herman Reese to get to the inside coming off of turn number 2, Ricky.
Herman Reese to the inside, but Keith probably has a preferred line there up top. We'll see what he does in 3 and 4. Herman's going to throw it in deep on that low line. Oh, but you see the car's a little bit loosey-goosey there. He kind of had to bobble it a little bit. Side by side coming through the tri-wall. Caleb Lingle giving that 28 big push. We're under caution, Joe.
Keith McLean going to take home the victory here tonight with the caution coming out. Herman Reese, Caleb Lingle, your top 3. As a caution strikes, it'll end this race.
A long one.
Here.
One Troy Donahue hits a wall coming through turn 2 and spins out going into turn 4.
He's up in the wall there. Back into the wall. Gonna go back into the wall. Gonna go back into the wall. They'll end this race under caution.
But for Herman Reese, not Herman Reese. Wow, for Keith McLean, the gamble pays off.
I was gonna say for Herman Reese, I think it was gonna pay off.
Yeah, it was gonna pay off for Herman. I didn't want to. I didn't want to goof that up there.
Waiting for that.
So my apologies to Herman.
As the field going to get lined up behind our Dodge Charger pace car. Yeah, I think Herman would have got him too, Vino. You can see Keith was fighting that car. That thing was loose on him down in turn 1 and 2. Made a great save. Allowed the 73 to get even with him down into 3 and 4, and just the momentum was able to carry him off of that final corner there. Coming to what was the checkered flag because of that caution. We get 1 lap to go here from Las Vegas. Folks, again, stick around. We're going to talk with our podium finishers here tonight. Make sure if you haven't already, click the like button on the video, subscribe. Again, doing so helps support us so much here on JTN. Where's the 19 of Rod Weston, Ricky?
He's back in 12th, Joe.
Good finish for Rod. Sal McKenzie in chat. Welcome in, McKenzie. So 1 lap to go here under caution. It's one of those easy checkered flags. Through the final set of corners. Ricky, call us back to the line.
Coming to the line, taking a no-tire gamble when everyone else pitted, and that gamble, again, gonna pay off here. Keith McLean coming under caution to the start-finish line will win tonight here at Las Vegas.
I'll make sure to tell him that. And the old Mac Daddy takes a victory here tonight in the 28. Again, stick around. We'll have results for you, as well as our post-race coverage. We'll talk with our top 3 finishers here this evening. Keith McLean, Herman Reese, and Caleb Lingle. Again, if you haven't already, make sure you click the like button on the video and subscribe to us here on JTN. Again, doing so does help support us so much here on the JoeTowNetwork. Awesome seeing everyone in chat being active tonight. Hope you had a fun time watching with us. Remember, we're live again next week as Keith McLean brings it down, and he'll burn it down for the fans here in Las Vegas. So Keith wins here tonight. Post-race coverage coming up. Results on your screens in moments. But before we get to that, let's get a word with our friends from Auto Sim 2. Have you ever wanted to manage your own racing team? Or what if you could go back in time to see if a particular season could have finished differently? Well, folks, have no fear, because Auto Sim 2 is here. With fully customizable roster files, you can create your own world or try to recreate the past. Heck, you could even try to predict the future through Auto Sim 2's Sim Mode. Don't like the passive approach? Well, then get more hands-on in Owner Mode, where you decide who drives your cars and what companies will sponsor them. Down on your luck? Well, then scout some new talent that will get you to the top. Already super successful? Try moving up the ladder or expanding to truly solidify your racing empire. However you want to play, Auto Sim 2 has you covered and is now available for purchase through the Steam store for $9.99. Now go make your mark and build your legacy in Auto Sim 2. Again, folks, results incoming. Auto Sim 2 is now out on Steam for $9.99. Again, go check it out. Auto Sim 2 now available on Steam for $9.99. Great little motorsports text-based simulator. Have a lot of fun in Auto Sim 2. I know I have a lot of fun in Auto Sim 2. So again, go check it out. Auto Sim 2 now available on the Steam store. Get you our results here this evening. All right. Results on your screens in 3, 2, 1. There they are. Let's go ahead and start by talking with our second place finisher. He's the driver of the number 73 Cadillac, Herman Reese. Herman, you got a copy?
I'm here. How you doing, boys?
We're doing good. We saw a pretty thrilling finish there. Have to think, though, behind the wheel of that 73, there's a lot of what-ifs after that caution comes out there.
Maybe if the car in front of me isn't my teammate and riding the same setup as me, I think I checked up just a hair too much. It was sit and duck. I would have probably stayed out had he pitted, so he knew he was sitting ducking, and we spoke, and he knew he had a one lap window, and that was about it. And I went down the bottom and stuck, and I was like, I didn't want to hang it in 3. I guess I should have. Looking where Caleb was, it must have been a great finish on TV.
It was a good run to the line. Honestly, a great race out there tonight. We saw, comers and goers throughout the field. You and the 73 team, you're up inside the top 5 all night long. What went into that good run here tonight? I know it hasn't necessarily been the best of starts here this year. I don't think it's been a bad start by any means, but to get this podium here tonight, how's that feel? What was that run like for you tonight in Vegas?
Well, I needed a good run tonight. Unfortunately, the Daytona Xfinity race caused me to miss our opening night. And that put me in a hole. And then last week, we're having some technological issues with some new equipment, and tested with my team last night. And again, like we were getting ready for Phoenix, I got home very late and I bailed, and I went back took the 2022 car out of the shed, and that's what we ran tonight. And until further notice, I guess, till I get some other things dialed in. So I had to have a good finish. I can't let those points guys get too far out in front of me here. I would have liked to get the win to assure me the spot in the chase, but I'm glad Keith got it. He needed it. He ran good. He deserved it. It was, and Caleb had a great comeback. I kind of was just laying back there waiting for this long run, and it's kind of hard when it was Jeff and Keith and I'm like, well, all three of us have the exact same setup and running the same line, so there wasn't. I just kind of had to ride out and wait for a mistake, and almost got it one time. But all in all, it was a great night, good run, no issues. Last week we had all kinds of issues with equipment, and just a shame for what happened last week. Kind of screwed Keith out of an opportunity last week to win the race when I spun during the pit stops. So, but it was a good night.
Well, a great night for you tonight here in the 73, Herman. Again, congratulations on the runner-up finish. Before we let you go, though, I want to give you the opportunity. A lot of great partners, a lot of great teammates. The floor is yours, buddy. You've done this plenty of times. You know what to do.
Thanks. Thank you guys for putting on the show. I think Hobo Racing for being here, and the guys we race with. And I think might have been Mac Daddy might have sponsored this race tonight. I'm not sure if he didn't. I know he did last week, and I didn't get to say thank you, but appreciate everything you guys do to help us have fun. And it was a good run for the field. And hopefully we see you here soon. I like to be the last interview you do the next time we talk.
All right, let's pencil you in for that, buddy, because you and the 73 team, it's only a matter of time before you get that first victory of the year. Congratulations on the runner-up finish here tonight. Hope you're able to get some rest. Hope to talk with you next week at Phoenix. And again, can't thank you enough for your time.
Thank you, bud. Appreciate it.
Herman Reese, driver, the number 73, your second place finisher here tonight. Let's go ahead and next bring in our third place finisher. He's the driver of the number 113 Ford, Caleb Lingle. Caleb, you got a copy?
Yes, sir, I do, Joe.
All right, so, there's a lot of... Let's talk about rally, because tonight, mistake there on the restart, get loose off of turn 2. It's you-know-what moment there coming off the corner. Sure. You're heading towards the inside wall. You're able to save the car, collect it, lose a bunch of track position. What was going through your mind in that immediate moment after making that big save?
I can't believe I lost the race again like this. That was the first thing that was going through my mind like this. I did something similar to this last year, in different scenario, but yeah, at that point I felt like I gave it all away right there.
Obviously able to rally, though, back to a podium finish here tonight. How difficult is that here, especially at Hobo, where the competition level is so high, everyone's so close out there on track? How difficult is it to make the comeback that you did to finish up on the podium?
It's a pretty big task. It's really hard to do. The competition here is pretty tight, and on this track particularly, there's not much room for passing. You got to put the car in places where you really wouldn't want to. I was almost wall riding at times, trying to get around people and gain spots on pit road. The pole position, number 1 pit stop, helped me out a bunch. So qualifying was key there to gain positions, but it was so hard to pass. After I made my mistake, I made some changes, trying to, believe it or not, loosen the car up a little bit more. And it almost bit me again. So I had to wait a little bit for the tires to heat up and get to be a good temperature before I could make a charge. But it was so hard to pass. I mean, it was times Harry and I were really close to each other. Me and Rick were really close. There was times I was scraping the wall coming up through there. But it's the competition is so tough, man. It's hard to get a top 5.
Well, you get another one here in race number 3. Obviously, finish, you get a caution there. You set yourself up there in a good position, I think. Third on the restart. You're going to have 4 laps to see if you can get one more, if not 2 more spots, and finish with victory. But that caution comes out. Was that a disappointing moment? Was that a caution comes out, okay, I'm going to try to do something here coming off of turn 4? Obviously, I think it was pretty spectacular for us on TV, but caution comes out late like that. Are you disappointed with that? Are you kind of take us through that those immediate emotions there after the yellow comes out?
Yeah, it's first off, it's just you know it's kind of disappointing because you feel like we had Keith in front of us that did not pit, and he was almost a sitting duck with the older tires, and me and Herman had 2 tires, and I think Jeff behind me had 2 tires as well. But I saw Herman down low of Keith, and I thought, well, this is my shot right here. Down low was never a really good spot to be in, so I was going to ride behind Keith and push him past Herman and take my shot at Keith there. So I felt like before the restart, I didn't know what to expect. I mean, I took 2 tires. This was my first time taking 2 tires all night long, and the left sides were pretty wore out. But at this point in the race, you got to go for it. So I really didn't know what to expect. But when I saw them two side by side, I saw the lead right there, and I thought for sure I was going to be able to at least give it a good shot. But then the caution came out before I could even really do anything with it.
Well, not able to do anything with it because of that caution, but again, a great rally for you tonight, Caleb. Congratulations on the third place run. Before we let you go, though, I want to give you the opportunity. A lot of great partners and sponsors on this 113. The floor is yours, buddy. You know what to do.
Thank you, Joe. First off, I want to thank my Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ. Thank my teammates for the help they give, and big shout out to all my family that's watching, friends that's watching as well, and Keith and Herman, all the guys out here that are racing us clean, and race with Harry quite a bit there, and we race clean with each other. And big shout out to Steve and Bino for the league. Great group of guys here, a lot of fast drivers, and it's fun racing. It's challenging, and it's whenever you do finish up front, it's rewarding, but because of the challenge that it is. But big shout out to all these guys, and congratulations to Keith on the win.
Well, Caleb, again, cannot thank you enough for your time after this one. Congratulations on the third place run, and good luck next week at Phoenix.
Appreciate it, Joe.
Caleb Lingle, driver of the 113, your third place finisher here tonight. Let's go ahead and finally bring in our race winner. He's the driver of the number 28. We let him do a little bit of the celebrating before we got a chance to talk with him. He leads the most laps. Keith McLean, Mac Daddy, you got a copy.
I'm with you, boys.
All right. You know, you sponsor the race, you bring us out here, you get the victory. That was the plan all along, right?
That was the plan. I didn't feel like it was the plan last night when I was in there practicing. It just didn't feel right. But I got it figured out tonight. It was a decent race, basically a one groove racetrack, but we held her on only 8 cautions. I thought it was going to be a lot worse than that, but did a pretty good job.
How obviously you're up front most of the race, right? 56 laps led, most laps led is proof of it. How important do you think that track position was to you getting the victory here tonight? But how important was the track position to making this as uneventful of a race as you could for this 28 team?
It was everything, because if you weren't out front, you had no. It was really hard to pass because you get low on the bottom. It's like I think it was Mav or Harry when they were up there on no tires or 2 tires, and it was still really hard to pass even with new tires. But we put the old Miller car in victory lane, them old throwback Bobby Allison scheme, looking pretty good.
Looking pretty good, so that Anheuser deal's no more, right?
Oh, I still got that too. It's
Okay.
It's on the back burner.
Okay, all right. Just wanted to make sure you're nice and supplied. But obviously, decision there to stay out on old tires. You're the only car that stays out. Are you worried in that moment? Do you feel okay? You know, those guys. I think 4 or 5 guys behind you end up only taking 2. What are the thoughts running through your mind there coming to that restart, knowing that you had fresh tires at least behind you?
Well, I couldn't believe that nobody stayed out besides me. I'm sitting here, as hard as it is to pass them guys in the back. If a couple of them would have stayed out, they'd have got a top 5 because it was so hard to pass. But going back to your question, I'm sitting here looking at Herman and Caleb come back from disaster and got back up there, and I'm sitting there, well, if I can make it back to the line, because I figured there'd be a caution. I figured it was going to be basically a 1-lap shootout. And then we got down into 1, switched into 4th, and I got a little loose, and Herman got under me. And then I was like, well, we're side by side. I said, Well, I ain't gonna lift now. We're either gonna. I got the preferred line, so we'll see what happens. And Herman backed out. Herman's my teammate, and he backed out a little bit and cut me a little bit of slack because he didn't want to take us out. And it all turned out good. Me and Herman won 2. I got Fugate 4th, and I think Stacanus finished 6th or 7th. So pretty good night for the 4 horsemen.
A great night for the team, Keith. Again, a fabulous night here in fabulous Las Vegas for you in the 28. Congratulations on the win. Before we let you go, though, as always, want to give you the opportunity. A lot of great partners here on this 28 team. The floor is yours, buddy. You've done this plenty of times. You know what to do.
Yep, just give a shout out to Steve Rubino. He's making this ship run while his brother's down in sunny Florida, chilling. Shout out to my girlfriend Pam. All my teammates for support. Everything y'all guys do. Y'all put on a great broadcast, and we will. I guess that's about it for me tonight. I will catch y'all Thursday.
We'll see you Thursday for Bomb Squad, and also wanted to relay a message from Bino that he said that you got lucky there at the end. So just wanted to
yeah,
give you that one.
I did get lucky because I was just worried about spinning the tires. Please don't spin. Please don't spin. Hey, worked out. I'll take it.
Take the trophy any way you can get it, Keith. Again, congratulations on the win. Can't thank you enough for bringing us out for these last week, this week, and then next week here on Tuesday with HOBO Racing. Can't thank you enough for that sponsorship of the races. And again, thanks for talking with us. And good luck next week, buddy.
Yeah, I hope to be talking to you again next week in Phoenix.
Keith McLean, driver the number 28, old Mac Daddy, your race winner here tonight. Folks, that's going to wrap up our coverage here from Las Vegas. Ricky, do you got anything to send him home with?
Just hope everyone enjoyed it tonight. A lot of fun. I really enjoyed myself, Joe. I hope you did too. And we'll see you next week for more HOBO Racing.
We'll be back here next week, 8:50 p.m. Eastern Time for HOBO Racing Cup Series action from Phoenix. Don't miss out. That one is always a good one. It's the last chance for these drivers to kind of get something dialed in for November when the championship race is out there in the Desert Diamond. And definitely going to be a good race to kind of start to earmark who we think the champion will be in the 2023 season. Remember, folks, if you want to keep up to date with us here on JTN, you can follow us at JoeTowNetwork, Twitter, Facebook, TikTok, and Instagram, as well as right here on YouTube.com. Make sure you're following us, subscribing to us, clicking like buttons on the videos. Again, doing all that helps support us so much. New episode of the Fake Racers podcast is also now available over on JTN2 or your favorite podcast platforms. Myself, Davey Hazard, Matthew Steelman talked about all things coming out of Las Vegas. Kyle Petty's comments about Ryan Blaney, Chase Elliott, and his broken leg. IndyCar from St. Pete. We talked about everything in the motorsports world except for F1 over there on the Fake Racers podcast this week, so go check that out. Again, next time we're live, though, here on JTN is going to be Thursday night, 9:05 p.m. Eastern Time. Bomb Squad Racing Cup Series action from the Phoenix Raceway. Coverage kicks off again, 9:05 p.m. Eastern Time for that one. With all that being said, though, folks, for all of us here at JTN, for Bristol, our producer, for Ricky Collette, I've been Joe Twansky. Thank you so much for tuning in, and we'll see you guys next time live right here on JTN. So long for now, folks. Yeah, and they're going to be 3 wide coming to the checker. Never mind, they're going to be... Oh! Turn 4 into the trioval. Whitehill in through the grass. It's going to be Noah Joyce winning his first career race in the Red Bull Cup Series.
Off the right and a wreckage behind him. You have cars flying everywhere. Cars upside down. It doesn't matter. Noah Joyce has done it. He's won at Daytona in the 3 car.
Behind, they're going to be side by side again. Contact there between Sinner and Bordeaux for
the contact! Oakley into the wall. That's going to be Jack Healy coming to the line.
Jack Healy wins the ride to